What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Beauty is a Beast, the podcast. That's right, where we are learning to unleash our inner beast and everything connected to us. Everything as far as health, as far as business, as far as relationships. Listen, self-love, you name it, we're unleashing our inner beast in those areas. And so today's episode, I'm so excited about because I get to film with my best friend, my bestie, Apryl Nicole of Apryl Nicole Designs. Y'all, yes, I didn't have to beg her because we got that friendship where it's like, girl, I need you, can you come through? And she like, yeah, bet I got you. So yeah, I'm so excited. I'm about to get her on and we really about to go. But before I get her in here, and we're going to talk about the importance of sisterhood, the importance of friendships, I want to leave y'all with this quote, all right? Before I get her in here. And the quote says, lots of people will ride with you in a limo, but what you want is someone that will take the bus with you when the limo breaks down. That's by Oprah Winfrey, okay? Because I have said, and I will go on record saying, my best friend Apryl is the Gail to my Oprah, and I'm the Gail to her Oprah. Meaning, we want to see each other win. And even like with this quote, it really stuck out to me because I'm like, dang, like we both kind of started from the bottom type of situation, right? So it's like, you got people that will try to be your friend when they see you doing great, when they see you doing good stuff. But you need somebody that's going to be there when the rug is snatched from up under you. So that's my best friend. Here she come, y'all. Apryl Nicole.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
So it's already recording.
Okay, we made it.
Yeah. barely made it. So everybody, y'all give a big special shout out to my best friend Apryl Nicole. Hey Apryl.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for the warm welcome. I appreciate it, and I'm honored to be here.
Aw, girl. Listen, y'all don't even know the struggle, the struggle bus that I even had to go through to get Apryl here. So listen, I was trying to do a whole recording, like video recording, because me and my sis, we cute, and I wanted everybody to kind of see us and see how we interact and how we laugh and all that stuff. And well, let's just say that the devil was mad. That's all. But It ain't gonna stop us.
Nope.
It ain't gonna stop us. We're gonna keep going, keep rocking.
Right.
And so, Apryl, the reason why I really wanted you to be on this podcast is because, we're unleashing our inner beast. We are just allowing our best selves to flourish. And I want to talk to the people about how important it is to have sisterhood, how important it is to have friends, and not just any kind of friend, a good friend by your side through it all. Like, so the quote I gave in the intro, you weren't here yet, was a quote that Oprah Winfrey said. Let me tell you about it, girl. It says here, let me find it.
Okay.
Hold on, girl. Hold on. Okay. It's a quote from Oprah Winfrey. It says, lots of people will ride with you in a limo, but what you want is someone that will take the bus with you when the limo breaks down. That's from Oprah. Oh, and wow. I just told the people, I said, you know what? Apryl kind of been there with me because I've often said how I feel like you're the Gail to my Oprah and I'm the Gail to your Oprah. So how important do you think, from your side, how important do you think it is to have good friendships?
Well, for one, us being humans, we need other people to survive this life that we live every day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really helpful when there's someone that you can relate to, someone that is growing as well as you, someone that is changing and evolving as well as you, someone that pushes you to the next level and vice versa. It's very important. Also, let's see what else, girl.
Girl, it is
Compass
okay,
this,
because I get it.
but
Like, that's seriously it. Like, you need somebody that is on that path with you. And it don't even have to be like you and I talk. Like, it don't even have to be the exact thing that you are going through. Like, we obviously have
right,
two separate lives, but to have someone there that can understand you, not judge you,
right,
and that wants to see you win.
right.
That's it. Because unfortunately, it's a lot of women out here that look at the next woman as her competition.
Yes, that is so sad to me.
It is. And I'm just so grateful and thankful to God that we're not like that. Because listen, me
No.
and you both, and we've been very honest about this and up front, we have both dealt with friendships that weren't the best.
Ugh, yes,
You
God.
said, oh. I mean, seriously. And so I think, though, you have to go through those bad friendships before you can really recognize a good one.
Right, most definitely.
Definitely.
I
So
can
go ahead, girl. Was you about to say
tell you
something?
some stories about that competition type of friend. Ugh,
Like, I can't.
ugh,
I can't. I can't.
I can't either.
I'm
I
so
can't.
happy that we are not like that. So I obviously want to share some of our stories. Like, okay, so how did we meet, Apryl? Do you remember how we met?
Yes, I remember how we met. For those that don't know, we used to work together at this retail store.
Yes.
At the time, I was a store manager. No, I wasn't store manager yet. I was an assistant manager.
Yeah.
And the store manager hired you.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, she put us both working on the schedule together. So, we start talking, we getting to know each other.
Yeah.
Then, y'all, one day she asked me, Apryl, is it too late to put on lotion? And I'm over here like, no one has ever asked me that before. So we're going back and forth with each other about just analyzing, is it really too late to put on
Is
lotion?
it ever
Well,
too late to put on lotion?
yes, like, is it? You really have to think about it. Is it too late? And then we
Right.
started thinking, well, when do you put on lotion? Uh, well, you put on lotion after you take a shower. Well, some people do, some people don't.
Right.
I
Listen.
don't know, but that's your business. But
Sometimes.
sometimes. But you take showers at different times of
Right.
the day. So we both concluded that it's never too late to put on lotion. And from that point forward, we've been inseparable.
We've been best friends ever since. We decided that it's never too late to put on lotion. And we said, you know what? You, me, besties for life.
Right.
We have discovered the hidden truth. It's never too
Yes,
late to put on lotion.
it's
And
never.
y'all, listen, working with Apryl was like, it was so fun. It was so fun. And I often felt like, because she's so the opposite of me. Like, she's very put together. Like, with this podcast, even, like, she would have had a script ready, and she would have had like
Yeah.
the time and everything like set up. She would have been extremely organized. And here I am, we're 40 minutes off schedule. And listen, I don't like to be late or off schedule with anything, period. But I was thinking to myself, Apryl would never. Like, Oprah Winfrey would never. Like, they would not have this. This is not okay. But I'm just so grateful that it's funny, because I do feel like, and we've been friends for 10 years.
She's been over 10 years, best friend.
Over 10 years?
Yeah, girl. We
11.
in the 11th year.
11. That's right. I was going to say, wait, it was 2010. Hold on.
Okay, so you're right. But I think that God actually formed that friendship because who we were then is not who we are now.
No, ma'am.
Like who we were then, the battles and stuff that we dealt with then,
Ugh, no.
it like I'm being honest, like I did not see, like we would pray together and we would do all that stuff. But listen, I did not think that I would actually have a friend that would go to warfare with me.
Yes, amen.
And that's important. Like somebody that you can call and be like, look, I'm being attacked spiritually. And somebody that you can just tell your whole truth to, because, girl, sometimes it's like you cannot tell certain people's stuff.
No, you can't.
And listen, Apryl is the queen of this. I joke with her and I say, you didn't really open up to me and tell me like a lot of stuff until like 2 years ago. Because she is the queen of, I'm just gonna
hush.
Hush. I ain't gonna say nothing. Y'all pray for her deliverance. We working her through that. We're praying for her to be delivered. No, but she just has like really strong discernment, and she is the type of person that sits back and she will observe before she opens her mouth, which is how we really all should be. Like sometimes I'll just blurt it on out and she'll just be like, okay. It'll be like 2 years and she'll finally be like, well, 2 years ago I was thinking this. And I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. Like, what? But no, like that's the way that you should be. And I feel like a lot of times we don't always divulge everything. But when I tell you, I can tell Apryl every and anything, and she don't judge me. She pray for me. I love you for that, sis. Like forever.
Oh, I love you too. And it's the same with you. I can tell you any and everything as well. Even though in the beginning I was a little hesitant.
Yes.
Because of things of my past dealing with friendships with other girls, other women.
Right. And so let's talk about that. Let's talk about that because and I'm not telling you to tell your business or nothing. I'm just saying, like, how was that process of knowing everything that you've been through in your past friendships? How was that process of finally saying, you know what, here's a girl that I can trust? How's that process of finally opening up again?
It was really hard because for a while I felt lonely, even when friendships from my past, we had a falling out, we broke up.
Yeah.
It was a process of being alone and walking alone, and that's not always comfortable.
Right.
And being in that alone period, you don't want to open up. You want to stay in your shell. You want to be to yourself. Right. And I held a lot of stuff in because I felt like I didn't have anybody to talk to, which I didn't. Mm-hmm. And that really sucks. Like, as women, we go through pretty much the same things, and we want to talk about it. We want to let it out. We are talkers. That's what we do.
Right. We communicate.
Yes. But then when you have people that use things against you, that embarrass you in front of other people,
yeah,
who are belittling you and being judgmental, it's just, you don't want to be bothered with that. So for me, I had to step back and really look at people and watch how they move, watch their habits. I learned a lot of that from just being in management, period, and watching people, do their words line up with their actions, and really seeing people for who they really are,
That's good. Do their words line up with their actions? Are they a woman of their word? I love that. Yep. Because I think that's super important, especially if you're going to unleash your inner beast. You need to be a woman of character. Right. You need to be a friend in order to have a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. Of course, you have those situations where, in your case, where people are just just crazy. Like they wow out.
Yeah.
But I often think, like, do women even really know how to accept other women? Or is it just because, like, is it because we are emotional? I don't understand. I don't get it. And I've been in situations too where it's like, I feel like, and not because if any of my high school old friends, if y'all listening to this, I mean, some of y'all can be included, but I'm talking about a different season of my life where I had a lot of women very jealous of me because, like, the surroundings that we were in.
Mm-hmm.
But it really changed my view of women, and it changed how I felt like you could connect with women. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like if a woman was looking me up and down like that, then she didn't like me because she automatically, I'm thinking, okay, she automatically don't like me because she thinks I want her man.
Mm-hmm.
Or and that would be the case in that season because of the surroundings that we were in.
Yeah.
That would be the case, that she would think that I would want her man, or she would look at me as competition,
Mm-hmm.
when that's really not it. Like, if anything, we could be like the best of friends. Like, I would always think, gosh, I would give you the shirt off my back if you just look past whatever it is you think you're seeing about me.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's been really hard, I felt like, for me to connect to other women because I don't know what it is. Like, and I also felt like I would try really hard to
prove
be
yourself.
friends with different women. Like, I would try really hard because I'm like, okay, like,
Wow.
I feel like I'm a girl's girl. Like, I'm always thinking, because I know we go through the same things. Like, at a young age, well, no, I'm not going to say at a young age because it took me some time to get there. But I knew that we dealt with the same things, right? I knew that we had the same insecurities. I knew that because this certain guy wasn't grabbing my butt in 8th grade, that you probably felt the same way because he wasn't grabbing your butt in 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? Like, we see all the other girls getting, you know, the boyfriends, and then here we are. And so I knew that you was hurt too, like I was hurt. So I knew that we all felt the same thing. Like, I've always been able to empathize with another woman, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know that it was gonna affect other women negatively like that. I didn't expect to be a what's the word I'm looking for? An enemy. I didn't expect to be an enemy. I always felt like I could be an ally. And so I feel like that's something that I've had to work through. But even like when I met y'all, because I was in y'all's space. Mm-hmm. So if I'm in your space, then I'm just going to be me, and I'm going to be my outgoing self, and I'm just going to try to, like, just like me just asking you randomly, is it too late to put on lotion? Like, that's just who I am, so I'm going to always do that around people. But then if you would have made me feel awkward, we probably would have never had another conversation. Like, seriously.
The Lord knew what he was doing.
The Lord knew what he was doing. He knew that literally 11 years later that we would need each other to walk through the healing journey that you and I have both walked through. Specifically in 2020. Mine started in 2018. Mm-hmm. When did yours started? Like 2019, right? 2019.
Yeah.
So he knew that we were going to need each other. We were going to need this friendship with him in it to help us through this healing journey.
Right.
Because I think you need someone, especially when you're healing and you're evolving and growing. You need somebody, because that process get hard.
It really does.
It gets so hard. you need somebody that's gonna be like, girl, you got this. Let me pray for you. Somebody that's gonna send you funny videos. Somebody you can laugh with and cry with.
Right.
You remember that day we was on the phone? We was just crying because we was just talking about how thankful we were to have a good friend, like how thankful we were to have a best friend that
Yes.
could understand. And y'all, what me and April love to do is we love to ask each other what you're grateful for.
Right.
And it's just so relaxing because it almost puts you back in the proper perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so best friend, like usual, I'm talking too much. So what would you like to say? Do you have anything that you would like to ask me, or
Well, you said a lot.
like normal?
It's great and I love it. Getting back to um why women may look at other women as the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has a lot to do with self. There's self issues going on. There's insecurities going on the inside, and as women, a lot of times when you're younger, you don't know how to articulate that.
That's good.
And a lot of times we lie to ourselves. So if we're lying to ourselves, we're lying to other people.
Sister.
Yes, you have to be honest
That's
with
true.
yourself first and figure out what's going on inside of you, what's going on inside of your heart, what's going on inside of your mind and your spirit and your soul. And I think a lot of people don't know how to do that, or don't want to do that.
Wow. That's good.
That's where the enemy can come in and plant the spirit of jealousy on
That's it.
women.
That's it.
Because that's basically what I've dealt with within other people or other girls, is the spirit of jealousy on them, projecting it on me.
Because they're not able to recognize and be honest with themselves about areas within themselves that they don't feel complete in. And so they look at a lack from within as someone else's, as a, let's see, what's the word I'm looking for, best friend? They look at the lack within themselves as something that someone else has stolen from them.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
When
Instead of
yes, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead, girl.
A lot of us growing up, and I feel like this starts when we're all going through puberty. We're all developing at different stages. We all are growing differently. Some are growing rapidly than others. Dealing with being a girl, period, and growing up and comparing yourself, I think that comes along with it. Like you're saying, hey, well, her breasts are this size and mine are like this size. Like, why aren't mine like?
Yes.
And why does she have hips and I don't? Like, where are my hips at? And well, her butt's bigger than mine. Like, it looks like I don't have one. Like,
yeah,
that constant comparing your growth to others.
That's good right there. I didn't even think about that. That makes so much sense. That's where the root is then, huh?
Yes, because we all, think we're growing at the same pace. We're all in the same grade. We're in the same rooms.
So we think that we're supposed to be on the same level.
Yes, and that's not the case. We all have a different journey. We all look different for a reason, and we should embrace our looks instead of other people degrading you for what you look like, or belittling you, or making fun of you because you're not this height, or you're not this size, or then
Yes.
adding boys to that. Well, the boys like this shape, and they don't like your shape, and they don't want you because your skin tone is this color. It's
Girl,
all
yes.
of that. It's all of that, and it's really, really sad. Really sad.
That is sad. I never thought about that. Y'all see why she my best friend? Because she come in and she just be like, slap, just right across the face, like, think about this, girl. And I'm like, what? Yeah, that makes so much sense. That literally is where the comparison started, and that's where the seed of jealousy gets planted, because you don't know how to communicate that.
Right.
You don't know how to say, because it's shame a part of that too.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, I don't have what she has, or I didn't start my cycle when everybody else is starting. So now I feel behind, or I feel, less than. And you don't know how to communicate that because of shame.
Right.
And my goodness, Apryl, you just blew my mind. Like, that's deep. Seriously, I'm going to go and sit on the couch and just think about that for a while. That's where the root started.
Yes. And then, speaking of menstrual cycles, we have people that have lied about being on theirs just to fit in. I was one of them.
Yes. You know what? I had a friend who did the same thing and came out about it like 3 years after that, when she, finally got hers. And there's, I understand that. Like,
yeah,
we didn't know any better. And then, like, thinking back, I'm like, dang, I wonder, like, I knew I was insecure about, like, my body and the clothes I used to wear, and why the guys in 8th grade weren't looking at me like they were looking at the other girls. And and some of the girls even then told me it was because my breasts weren't big enough. They straight up was like, we have mountains and you have plains. That's why. And I was like, oh. So I started wearing tighter clothes so that my butt would look bigger. And I started trying to. And then even then, during that time, like, I was so mentally just not right. Mm-hmm. Like, 1 second I thought I was fat. The next second, I'm thinking I'm too skinny. The boys don't like me. I'm this, that. And so, because my butt wasn't big enough, I'm too skinny, or because my friend said I was fat, so I'm too fat. During those times when you're dealing with that, seeds are just being planted.
Yes.
And you don't even realize until you get older that, man, I'm dealing with some real deep issues here.
Yes.
Until you try to have friendships and you can't trust somebody. Until you try to have a relationship and you can't, you can't really fully be as authentic or as vulnerable as you want to, because those seeds were planted.
Right.
Girl.
The enemy had a field day. He was just throwing seeds everywhere.
Oh my goodness.
Planting tears and just skipping on out the field.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing.
He get on my nerves.
He get on my nerves too.
I can't stand him. Ugh, his ugly self.
Oh my gosh. Oh, taking that back of lying about the menstrual cycle, I just told people it was none of their business. Like, straight up bold with them. They would ask, so have you started yet? And that's none of your business. And I walk away.
Right, because it ain't. It really ain't. Like,
it's not.
Who's gonna go around and broadcast that?
Right, like, why were we such in a rush to bleed? I don't.
Girl, why were we so in a rush to bleed? Like, as if that's a whole nother podcast, girl.
It really is.
I'm gonna have to bring you back, because you are literally dropping gems. I have grown probably like 3 more years just hearing you say that the seeds from back in the day when we would just compare ourselves. Like, I'm already 36 because you said that. Like, I'm already 36 years old. My mind is blown. Y'all, we ain't gonna make this podcast too long, but I'm definitely bringing Apryl back. Y'all definitely, please leave us a message. There is a button that you can push, and I think it's on, if you're looking at your phone, on the left-hand side. Leave us a message. Can you relate to that? Do you recognize where seeds may have been planted in your younger years that could have maybe caused you to not trust other women? Because it's so imperative, it's so important that we build relationships with other women so that we can walk this thing out, so that we can be our best selves and have someone genuinely in our corner to unleash our inner beast. So y'all know I love you so much. I'm going to see you in the next episode. Apryl, do you have anything you want to say?
Well, thank you very much for this conversation. I loved it, and hopefully I will be back to share my wisdom from the Lord.
You will be back to share your wisdom from the Lord. Also, y'all, be on the lookout for Apryl's Apryl Nicole designs that she is coming out with, that will be coming out this year. And you know what? I think I'm gonna also have her back when we talk about business, so that we can just talk to her about the fun / headache that it is having a business. Best friend, we got some stories to tell, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Lord, but I'm so excited. Apryl, I love you so much, best friend. You already know. Already know.
I love
It ain't even got to be explained.
Right.
But y'all stay tuned. Season 1 is going so amazingly well. Y'all go ahead and leave a message. I can't wait to hear from y'all. And we will see you again in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.